The cuffs clicked around her wrists before she could even explain. Rain poured down the pier, bouncing off the polished boots of the Navy Shore Patrol. The young woman stood still, hands behind her back, soaked to the bone, eyes steady as they accused her of wearing honors that weren't hers. Impersonating a Navy SEAL is a federal offense, one of the officers barked, yanking the Trident badge from her uniform. She didn't resist, didn't argue, just stared straight ahead at the warship anchored behind them, the USS Farrington, where she'd once served. "Ma'am," said a younger MP, looking uncertain, "her name tag says M. Hayes. You think it's fake?" The senior officer snorted. "There's no female SEALs listed under that name. Trust me, she's just another wannabe who watched too many movies." They led her toward the black van parked at the edge of the pier. Her boots squelched against the wet pavement, and yet, her posture never broke. Shoulders square, chin high, eyes scanning every inch of the base as if memorizing it one last time. Inside the holding office, the fluorescent lights buzzed. The air smelled of metal and damp uniforms. She sat silently while they ran her prints. The system beeped, once, twice, then stopped. The screen flashed red. No record found. The senior MP folded his arms. "Wiped data, huh? Cute trick. Who are you really?" She said nothing, just met his glare with calm defiance. An hour later, a commander walked in, tall, rigid, and furious. "Who authorized this arrest?" "I did, sir," the MP said quickly. Caught her near the docks wearing a SEAL uniform, insignia, and rank. She even had the Trident tattoo. The commander frowned. "Tattoo?" "Yes, sir. Left shoulder blade. Looked real, but could be a copy." The commander sighed. "Get Admiral Reeves on the line. Now." The room froze. Admiral Reeves, a man whose word carried the weight of the Pacific Fleet, wasn't someone you called lightly. When he arrived 20 minutes later, the air itself seemed to tighten. He was old-school Navy, silver hair, immaculate uniform, and an aura that silenced every whisper in the corridor. He entered the room and fixed his eyes on the woman sitting quietly in the chair. "Remove the cuffs," he ordered. "Sir," the MP stammered. "Now." The cuffs came off. The woman rubbed her wrists, eyes never leaving the Admiral's. Reeves stepped closer, studying her face, then the patch on her uniform. "You're far from home, Lieutenant." The MPs exchanged confused glances. "Sir, she's no lieutenant." "The database." The Admiral raised a hand. "The database doesn't have everything, son." He turned back to the woman. "Where have you been?" She hesitated. "Classified, sir. Blackside deployments. Team 7. Operation Sandstorm." Every man in the room stopped breathing. Admiral Reeves's expression didn't change. "You were declared Kia 3 years ago." She nodded once. "That's what they told my family." Silence filled the room like a storm about to break. The Admiral circled her slowly, his gaze sharp. Then he spoke to the MPs. "You think she's impersonating a SEAL?" "Yes, sir. No female SEALs have been confirmed by public record." Reeves stopped behind her. "Public record isn't gospel. You ever heard of Ghost Division?" The MP swallowed hard. "Rumors, sir." "Good," Reeves said softly. "Keep them that way." He turned to the woman. "Show it." She hesitated for just a moment, then rolled up her sleeve. The room fell utterly still. On her forearm, ink-deep and weathered, was the Trident, the SEAL insignia. But beneath it, etched in black and crimson, was something else, an alphanumeric code only a handful of people on Earth could recognize. Reeves leaned in, his voice almost a whisper. "That tattoo's authentic." The MPs stared. "Sir, how can you tell?" He looked up, eyes cold. "Because I ordered it." The woman finally spoke. "They pulled me out after the hostage extraction in Yemen. Said the mission didn't exist. Said I didn't exist. I've been off the grid ever since." Reeves exhaled slowly. "You shouldn't have come back." "They killed my spotter," she said quietly. "I had to." Reeves's jaw tightened. "We'll talk inside." He motioned for the MPs to clear the room. "Not a word of this leaves this base, understood?" As the door shut, the Admiral turned to her. "You understand the risk, Lieutenant Hayes. There are people who'll bury you twice if they find out you're alive." "I'm done hiding," she said. "I didn't come here to start trouble. I came to finish it." Reeves studied her a moment, then nodded toward a folder on the desk. "Your service record was erased after Sandstorm. But I kept a copy. You saved 12 operators that day. They don't make ghosts like you anymore." She looked away. I didn't save everyone. Reeves's tone softened. You saved enough. Moments later, the door burst open, a young intelligence officer panting, holding a tablet. Sir, we've got a situation. Someone accessed restricted files using Hayes's old clearance code. Reeves looked at her sharply. It wasn't me, she said instantly. But whoever did knows I'm alive. The Admiral's face darkened. Then we're out of time. He turned to the officer. Lock down the network. Move her to safe quarters. And get Team Bravo on standby. The officer hesitated. Sir, Team Bravo's been inactive since. Reeves cut him off. Reactivated. Now. As they exited the office, the base siren began to wail. Hayes felt the familiar surge of adrenaline, the kind that came before combat. She followed Reeves into the corridor where the storm still raged outside. Sir, she said, voice steady. If they're coming for me, let me finish what they started. Reeves stopped at the hangar door. You think you can still run with the SEALs after 3 years off the grid? Hayes met his gaze. Sir, I am one. He gave a faint, proud smile. That's what I wanted to hear. The hangar doors slid open. Inside, rows of operators were gearing up, rifles, night vision, wetsuits, and quiet determination. They froze when they saw her. One man stepped forward, his face pale. No way, Hayes. You're supposed to be dead. She smirked. I got better. Laughter rippled through the team, mixed with disbelief. Reeves raised his voice. Listen up. This woman just got arrested for impersonating one of you. You tell me, does she look like an imposter? A chorus of, no, sir, echoed through the hangar. Reeves nodded once. Good. Because she's leading you tonight. Hayes picked up a rifle from the rack, her old weapon, marked with her initials. The weight felt right. Familiar. Like coming home. As thunder rolled outside, she looked at the Admiral one last time. Permission to proceed, sir. He saluted her, crisp and proud. Permission granted, Lieutenant. Bring them all home this time. Hayes turned toward her team. Let's go hunting. They moved out into the storm, ghosts reborn under lightning and rain, silent, deadly, and real. Behind them, Admiral Reeves watched until the shadows swallowed them whole. He whispered to no one in particular, they can doubt her rank. They can erase her name. But that tattoo, he smiled faintly. That's the mark of the real thing.